Hey everyone, Retire on Dividends here. Back to make a weekly update to my options trading journey. But first, I shared this on my Yield Max daily video this morning. Some good news. There's two double leveraged MSTR funds that I'm aware of, MSTX and MSTU. MSTX is Defiance. MSTU is Rex Shares. And MSTU, it looks like they're doing a forward split, a 10-for-1 forward split. This will make this much more affordable. And when it's more affordable, guess what? We could trade options on it. Awesome, awesome, freaking awesome. And dangerous at the same time, because as we know, MSTR moves like crazy. So a double leverage MSTR fund will move like crazy. So anyway, take a look at, Monday morning, MSTU should hopefully be split. I know it gets kind of ugly. The options chain can get kind of ugly post-split the first few days or so. So beware, right? Make sure it looks clean. Make sure the numbers make sense. I don't know what I'm going to do Monday. I guess I'll wait and see. But at least we could share that, the fund's around like 150. So if they do a 10-for-1 split, it'll be like $15, right? So that's awesome. All right. So I wanted to share that awesome news. So now let's get to the spreadsheet. Actually, did I add MSTU here yet? I did not. I added MSTY. I should add MSTU, right? So let's do insert. We got insert one row above. We'll keep it orange, right? Next to Misty. MSTU. Then we copy all this. This is all copied, except the margin maintenance. Actually, that's the bad part. I need to find out what the margin maintenance is. It might be 100%, which is gonna suck. Actually, I think it's 100%. So I need to be careful in trading this one. But yeah, we'll double check it. But anyway, so here's MSTU. Right now it's at 163.67, 10-for-1 split. Obviously, it'll be around 16.36 per share. 30-day IV is 204%. Which is awesome. 52-week high and low is, oh my God, $24. 52-week high, 313. So obviously, when I do this video next week, it'll be post forward split, and the numbers will look a little more reasonable. So anyway, let's get to the options tab. So from last week, again, every time you see a line, that's the cutoff between weeks. So last week, I had two SoXL puts. I had a 28 and a 27. You can see the strike prices, right? Those expired worthless. So if I go down here, SoXL closed at 30.70, right? Which is above both of these strike prices. Because when you sell a put, if your strike price ends up below the current price, then you don't have to buy them. You don't get assigned. You don't have to buy the shares. If your strike is above the current price, then you'll be getting assigned and you'll own the shares at that strike price. So the result on this was they both expired worthless. All right. So moving on to the current week. This was starting Monday, obviously, on December 9th. Sorry, cough is still hanging. But December 9th, I went trade crazy a little bit, honestly. SoXL went up a little, so I sold some calls. I sold a call at 30. I sold a call at 31. At the time, the premium I got was $112 per share and 65 cents per share. I closed them early. If you look, I did a buy to close 1 day later, and I collected 66 and 69% of the premium within 1 day. So obviously my annualized yield on these two was insane, 620%, 378%. But again, if you have an opportunity to close a trade and you got over 50% profit in 1 day, to me, that's a win. And I know someone asked me, when is it worth it to close early? And I did attempt to create a formula, but I have to work on it. I need more time to think. But yeah, I will get that in there eventually. essentially like an as at like earnings, like how much premium did we earn? So, something like that. But anyway, let's move on. So guess who we're welcoming to the club? It's Misty. So Misty, I sold a put on. At the time, it was at 35.13. I sold a put for $33, and I got $2.15 per share. But keep in mind, these are monthly trades. So, for that trade, it's 11 freaking days. So it's 11-day contract. I got $215, but that still yielded me 216% on an annualized basis. How much is Misty? Again, this put expires next week. Misty's currently at $37.58. My put is at 33. One thing to keep in mind, ex-dividend date is 1 day prior to expiration date. So if they pay $4, right, based on the current price, $37.58 minus $4 would make it $33.58, right? So my put is what? 33. So clearly, I'm not completely safe, right? So I could be assigned, right? If MSTR decides to go down, I could be assigned. But guess what, guys? I don't care. If I'm assigned 100 shares of Misty, great. Because this goes into the fund, the Retire Now fund, and Misty pays a sweet-ass distribution. But in the meantime, what am I going to do? I'll sell calls on those shares. I don't really need to keep them either. If I keep them, great. If not, I don't care. But the next question is, should I trade Misty if I'm trading MSTU? And the answer is, I don't know. Just one thing I need to think about, because obviously that's double the exposure on the same underlying. All right, moving on. I also decided to add Mara. Hello, Mara. Welcome. I sold a put on Mara. They were at $24.98 at the time. I chose a $23 strike price. It was 7.93% on the money. I collected $37, which was a 101% yield. Mara closed at, where is it? $22.73. Guess what? $22.73 falls below 23. So you know the result. I got assigned. And actually, it's the perfect scenario because the price is just below my strike. So I got assigned 100 shares. So if Mara opens green on Monday, you know what happens? I get to sell calls. If Mara stays flat on Monday, I get to sell calls. If Mara goes down a little Monday, I still get to sell calls because I'm so close to the current price. So again, I only got assigned 100. Again, I'm taking it easy because I own so much SoXL. As you see, I'll get into the SoXL party in a second. But yeah, I jumped in on Mara. I jumped in on Misty. It's like a whole new party. MSTU is going to join the group. It is getting crazy. All right, so SoXL. I sold another call. I sold a call, 30.50 strike price. At the time, it was 1.67% on the money. And what I get? Collected 90 cents per share. I actually closed that one early too. I collected 70% of the premium, which again, why the hell not, right? I sold it. I sold a call, closed it in 1 day. Boom, boom, boom. Why the hell not? All right, here we go again. Actually, did I close the 30.50? Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, never mind. All right, so next I sold a put on SoXL. I sold a put at $26 strike, all right? And that expired Friday, right? We saw where does SoXL close at? 30.70, okay? Keep that in mind. So where is it? Here it is. So obviously this $26 put expired worthless, okay? And then I sold a call. I got aggressive. I sold a call at 28 and I sold a call at 30. I'll show you the stats in a second, but these were like a 1-for-1, right? I got assigned shares at 28. I got assigned shares at 30. This was not my overall cost basis, but this is me selling calls just so I can at individual, prices that I got assigned at. So I sold the call at 28. I sold the call at 30. Those both got assigned yesterday. So those are gone, which is fine. Bye-bye. Don't care. All right. And then I sold another put, $29. I sold a put for $29. Obviously, it expired Friday. Since they closed above 30, that one expired worthless as well. And then SoXL, what do we got here? We sold a call on SoXL, $31 strike. This one I chose into next week. I got 92 cents per share or $92. Obviously, that one's still open. That yielded me 127%. And then I sold another put on SoXL, 27 bucks for next week. I received 86 cents or $86 in total, 145% annualized yield. Now, this one, guys, this one was interesting because SoXL was green, right? It was green in the pre-market, right? It was like ready to break through. And I honestly, my cost basis sucks for the calls that weren't locked up. So it was like trading around 30 bucks. I'm like, you know what? As soon as it opens, I'm going to sell a put at $30. A 0 DTE, same day expiration, right? $30 put. Because I think it's going to keep blowing through, blowing up. And guess what? If it doesn't, then I get assigned at $30, right? And I own 100 more shares at $30, lowering my cost basis. So it's a win-win for me. So I sold a put at 30. I got 41 bucks. What does that yield? An insane yield, 344%, because it's a 0 DTE. And guess what? It expired worthless. So I guess what? What did I lend out? I gave $3,000 for a day, not even a day, and they gave me 41 bucks. Freaking deal. What a deal. All right. Super stuffy. Sorry if my voice sounds weird, but last but not least, I sold another call on SoXL. This one I kind of had to, and you'll see why in a second, because I did have a weekly record in income. I sold a call at $32 strike, expires next week. It was 4.95% out of the money, 82 bucks, 140% yield. So yeah, that's it. That's the summary. Good freaking week. Again, SoXL's been a little rough, but things, you got to make it work for you, and I've been making it work. So for the month of December, I made so far $1,506. And I think I told some of you guys, but I'm adding my mortgage now to my brokerage. That means my mortgage payment will be deducted automatically from my Retire Now account starting January 1st. Because 2025 for me is going to be the year of broker bill pay. Yep, that's right, broker bill pay. So stay tuned for that. But my options income is going to pay my mortgage. $1,500 covers my mortgage. My mortgage is $1,300. So I already covered my January mortgage with the December income. So that's good. All right, moving on. So TSLL continues to go up. Again, if you guys aren't familiar with this channel or this series, now I go through the tabs of the various funds I trade. So TSLL, I have nothing pending at the top, no puts pending on the bottom, but TSLL, it's at 33.28. It's out of range for me, so I haven't been touching it. That's why it's, hanging out by itself. TNA, same thing. At least it's in the 40s, though, so that's a good sign. It's at 49.67. Again, I don't know how low it needs to go. Maybe 45 range, and then I'll start trading it again. BitTEX is just way too expensive for me. I haven't been touching that, and I'm scared to touch that at this point. All right, here's SoXL. So what the heck happened to SoXL? So as you know, I used to have just the strike column, and then I had the strike split, which we did, we essentially split up the wheel. And then I have a 1-to-1. So what does that mean? That means I take the ones that I got assigned at the individual price, and I sell calls at that individual price. And so far, 300 of those shares got assigned at the individual price, and I got no profit. That's good. I don't care about profit. I care about options premium. So 300 shares, they're gone, right? They're gone. So that's fine. Now, what do I have pending? Well, I have a 31 and a 32. I sold calls at their price 1-to-1 as well. They expire next week on 12/20. What I'm left with is the 34 up here and the 35, right? What the hell happened? I don't know why this happens sometimes, but zoom in, zoom out, right? Undo. Yeah. Close that. Close that. Close that. What are we doing here? Okay, there you go. Oh my God. Thank God. All right. So the 34 and the 35, that's what we're left with. That has an average cost basis of 34.50. All right. I'm not picking up. See, in blue, that's the cost basis I'm dealing with, 34.50. I don't pick up the one-to-ones now. That column does not go to this cost basis because once I put them in the one-to-one column, they're on their own, right? Sink or swim, good luck, wish you the best. If they expire worthless, I move them back over to the left, and then obviously they can be a part of my cost basis. But right now, my cost basis on SoXL is 34.50. So if SoXL decides to go up next week from 30.70 to a higher number, then guess what? I could probably sell calls at 35 bucks. But that may take a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell more puts on SoXL in the meantime. As you can see, I already have one down here. I have a 27. That's probably not going to get assigned. So I'm going to sell puts higher. I'm going to sell 28. I'm going to sell 29, probably a 30. And I'm going to make some premium along the way as I try to lower this 34.50 cost basis. All right. Does that make sense? But in the meantime, obviously, yeah, I got some pending calls. So right now, yeah, I have about 400 shares. 200 of them are locked in with calls. 200 are uncovered. So, again, we'll play it by ear next week, but I'm having a blast making money on SoXL. It's a good time. Misty, put party, 33 bucks. Again, they're monthly, so I have monthly expiration dates here. We'll see how the 33 goes. Right now, it's okay. But again, if they pay a big distribution, it won't be okay. But we shall see. And by the way, they declare next week. So yeah, I got to make an estimate. Is my estimate going to be $4? To be honest, it's probably going to be in the $3 range. So, because they didn't roll their synthetic. MSTU, I made a tab, but again, right now they're too expensive. Next week I'll probably have some trades on them because I can't help myself. And here's Mara. Mara, as you know, I got assigned 100 shares, 23 bucks. I'll sell a call next week if I can, and I'll sell it at 23 or higher. All right. All right, now to the monthly tab. I think I talked about this last week, but for the month of November, I did make $1,594 on SoXL, $980 on tsll, with a total income of $2,574. Previous months, October, I made $2,518, and before that, I made $1,696 in September. All right. So again, I just started tracking the monthly, obviously, more currently. Now, this I want to show you. Why did I do that last call? I kind of, not going to lie, maybe I forced it, but I wanted to reach $1,000 for the week, and I did. My highest number was $899 a week for the week, highest weekly income. This week, I have just made, which I can highlight now, $1,000. $1,028 is my highest weekly income. Could you imagine making $1,000 a week in options? I would have never freaking imagined, but it's happening. The capital I use is $37,514, so that's a weekly yield of 2.74%. On an annualized basis, that would produce $53,456. But yeah, man, this is good stuff. I'm looking forward to the future, man. I'm having a blast trading options. I'm being as careful as I can while still being a complete degenerate. But guys, it is awesome. Options trading is awesome. You just got to be, careful. Stick to the guidelines, stick to your rules, and make sure, based on how I play it, I'm not going to say I can't lose, but it's really hard to lose. And because all you do the wheel. You sell puts, you sell calls, right? If you get stuck, you save yourself. That's why you have cash. You have capital to the side. But guys, I mean, 1,028, never would have thought that would have happened, right? Look at when I started. How much did I make? I was making 35 a week, 32 a week, 41, 98. I broke 100 in April. It took me till April to break 100, and I was happy then. And then, man, it just kept going up and up, and now I'm at $1,000. So it's freaking nuts. So yeah, man, awesome. You got to see some of the numbers if you go in the Discord. These guys, man, they're killing it. They are killing it. All right, so here's now the hypothetical tab. Retire on options, or RU, my my alter ego, because as you know, my channel name is Retire on Dividends, but obviously I'm going to retire on options too. So I have two personalities. I have the retire on dividends, right? And then I have the complete degenerate retire on options. All right. So my rate of return on retire on options is 250%. But obviously, I understand that's not realistic to think of. So I use my actual yield. So what I do is I take my total capital in the account at the end of the month, how much I made for the month, the latest month, multiply it by 12 and divide it by the capital. And my actual yield on my money is 71%. So if I use that, I would need $314,861 to make $225,000 a year. Why am I coming up with $225,000? Because I think I could live off that. I think I can support a family of four, pay, my own health insurance benefits for the family, pay all the bills, things like that. So that's my number. So my account right now, it's at 69,000, about to hit 70. But I'm getting there. But again, starting next month of January, I'll have my mortgage coming out, so it may slow me down. But again, it's about lifestyle. So I'm making money on a lot of these accounts. I'm doing high income accounts, and I'm going to start to use it. I'm going to start to use that income a little more to pay the bills, to make life a little easier for myself and my family. All right. So it's okay to live now while we build up for the future. So I plan to do both, and more to come on that as well. All right, so that's the update to my options trading journey. I hope it helped you guys. I hope you guys had fun. I sure did. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down in the comments below. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment, so hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we will try again next week. Like I said, if you enjoy this content, hit the like button or share it with your friends and family. If you have a friend who does investing and wants to learn options, and you think my channel may help them, then please share the video with them. If they have the questions, they can reach out to me via the Discord or the options trading channel, and just ask a question in there. There's a lot of helpful people, not way smarter than me. Believe me, they speak Greek, right? As you know, I don't speak Greek, right? I don't even speak chart. I pretend I do, but anyway, guys, that's all I got for today. I just want to say thank you for watching. What a week. What a freaking week. Hell to the yeah. I hope you guys had a great week as well. But options is awesome. That's, nothing more, nothing less. So, retire on options, checking out. Thank you for watching, and enjoy. Later.